Welcome to DColonyyt. Good day guys, the time has come for an episode on another ants and colonies of the channel. Let's start with the bad news so that we can end this video with some good news. We have this previous video, featuring queen ants that caught indoor during lockdown, with this current global pandemic. I hope you still remember her. I ask for your help before to help me identify these queen. Some of you tell that she's a Chromatogaster queen, and some says she belongs to the genus Solenopsis. And some comments says she might be a thief and queen. The bad news guys, is she's gone. I think because of infertility. But that's normal. Some queens will prosper, and most of them wouldn't. So, let's just move on. Move on to the next queens. These queens guys also belong to our COVID-19 queens. This 2-queen setup of yellow crazy ants, I've seen tons of eggs in their first week. But after another 4 weeks, they have nothing. I'm really frustrated, seeing this on their 5th week. What I suppose to witness is some workers taking care of the queens and the broods. I suspect that one of these queens are eating, cannibalizing their eggs. So I separated them from each other. I hope they're not both doing the thing. What I can do is only hope for the best that time. But the reality is, I lost hope on them. Because it's been 5 weeks without food, I'm sure they've been really starving by now. But they will refuse to eat until a worker ant feeds them. Except to the queen that I suspect in consuming their eggs. So, why did I lost hope on these yellow crazy ant queens? Let me tell you a short story about my first fire ant queen, back in the day. The first ever queen I caught, successfully had her first set of workers in her 3rd week. She had 3 workers then. I'm still newbie in ant keeping that time. And I proceeded feeding them a drop of honey. When I check them after a few minutes, the workers have been drowned in the honey. I tried rescuing them using a stick, and put them on a tissue paper, to dry them off. But hours had passed, and still no signs of movement. It just confirms they're all dead. After more than a week, their queen also died. I've tried feeding her, but she refused to eat. That's the reason why I lost hope on our yellow crazy ant queens at this stage. Starting over again, after laying eggs for weeks is not easy, because the queen's resources are limited. But after another 5 weeks since separating these twin queens, let's check on them again. Is another bad news coming? What do you think? Wow! She's still alive. She has eggs. But no larvae, no pupae or cocoon present. But I'm still impressed that she's still alive, after 10 weeks without food. This must be the queen who's cannibalizing her eggs. I can't wait. Let's check on the other queen. Oh my. This is something. This queen successfully raised her nanitics. She has 1, 2, 7 total workers. Wow! What a relief. Let's give them their first meal. After 10 weeks of water diet. Come on, go fill those gasters with honey. I still plan guys to join this queens soon. What do you think about the idea? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Reuniting the queens is safe I think. When more worker had emerge. That time there will be enough workers to guard the eggs. So the queen can't eat them, and no need to consume those eggs anyway, because the workers will be feeding the queens, and take care of them. The only thing left to do for her is to lay eggs for the colony. Anyway, let's move to another colony. I caught a new queen indoor few weeks ago. Now I'm sure, guys, she's a Pyro ant queen. This ant, whose origins are unknown, is a major pest in everyone's home, except on us, as ant keepers. As long as they are our pet. Not those Pyro ants coming from outside and will try to invade our home, and our pet ants' home as well. Pyro ants has now been introduced to virtually every area of the world, including Europe, the Americas, Australia and Asia. I just see her in the window, maybe resting that time, from a long flight. I caught her already wingless. And in just 3 weeks, the queen successfully produced 6 nanitics. That was faster than regular fire ants on my record. Or it's just this queen is really prolific. Sorry guys, I got difficulty focusing the camera. Because these ants are very tiny. The workers are just 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters in size. Anyway, let's offer them their first meal, to see if we can get better shots. It doesn't take a long time, until a worker discovers the honey. Let's wait for their queen to come. Because guys, Pyro ant queens sometimes go out to eat with the workers, it's happening even in their natural habitats. The queen started marching to the food, following the pheromones provided by the workers. This habit for a queen is really risky, guys. Because the queen might get eaten by predators if they're outside. Not only endangering her life, but the whole colony as well. Anyway, that habit will only risk a starting colony, and will not endanger a big and established colony. Because Pyro ants are known to be polygynous, having multiple queens up to hundreds. Combinations of multiple colonies, to found a super colony, that help them to become one of the most invasive ant species in the world. Anyways, the queen finished consuming some food. And started returning to the inner chamber. But, looks like the queen. She started marching again towards the food. While the queen is busy consuming some food, again. Let me tell you something guys, I ordered 2 new formicariums online, for this developing colonies we featured on this video. They just arrived while I'm editing this one. So, decided to include some sneak peek on our next video. Let's unbox this formicariums in the channel's next episode. I just hope you have learned something from this video guys. Be a genie for the first time, by granting my wish and tapping the like and share button, that would help a lot. This is DColonyyt, saying goodbye. For now. But hoping to see you on my next videos.